At that time, you told me that at a point you had no life, and
Yeah.
then you had your first daughter, and then it started changing your whole perspective.
Yeah, so I was tired. I was tired of being on one spot. I wanted to
Okay.
start. So then I started working, and I used to do a lot of stuff with artists, but I got a little bit frustrated because you might have experienced it when I was with you. I was very passionate, and I always give everything to make the artist comfortable, successful, the show. But I didn't feel the gratitude from the artists. And I asked myself at one point, I'm like, I don't do anything I do in show business for money. I don't DJ for money. I'm passionate about branding and marketing, but I don't do it for money per se, just because I have a passion in it. I live off it, and I say I'm doing okay, you know? I think a lot of people with with business, but I'm doing it because I love what I do, and because entertaining people for me is like, I feel like I'm a medical doctor sometimes when I'm DJing. I see some people come in desperate, had a hard day, a hard week. Some people come in because they have some pain or they're looking for a partner and whatever. And I'm very vigilant, and I sometimes while I'm playing music, I see one person not dancing. I give myself the task, like I have to touch that one person back there, that guy or that girl there. I have to touch them somehow. I play some track and I see them moving their heads a little bit. I'm like, oh, I'm getting closer. And then I work hard. But I'm still doing my stuff for everybody. And then the way I feel that I've healed that person when I drag that person with the music from their chairs to the dance floor, and I get the smile and the vibe, and I touch them. And then I feel good about it. And that's what I do it for. You know? I'm happy that I can pay my bills from it and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what I do. And even the mic, as a DJ at events, I play with the mic a lot. I'll say stuff, make people happy. If I see Asians, I'm telling you, like on my phone, if you go to the notes, I have a whole page with stuff written in Lingala. I don't speak Lingala, but I have stuff like Ndengenini, Bozali bien,
Bozali malamu.
you know, so many things there. Mbote na yo. All these things I wrote them down. I asked somebody one day, and while
Yeah.
I'm deep, I see a lot of people from Congo. I'll say these things, and these people are like, whoa, and just these are my tools that I use to connect with these people, and they'll be so excited just because I said something from where they come, or or in Spanish or whatever,
Yeah.
When I do these things, I connect with these people, and I feel good. I feel good
Now
that
Trisha is happy. You said Lingala. Trisha is she's ready now.
Yes, so
Right, Trisha, say something in Lingala in the chat that he can use in the next set.
yeah. So I'm ready to learn every day. Trust me, I'm learning every day. So, and by the way, I'm playing this Saturday. Can I advertise?
Oh, yeah, of course. Go ahead.
So
You
for
playing
those
Saturday?
You can catch
Where?
me this day in Frankfurt City on a festival. It's called what's it? Africa Fiesta Frankfurt. And the headliners of the show is Extra Musica.
Oh, nice. From Congo, Brazza. Yeah. So wait, that's the new group?
Yes, the Nouvelle Horizon.
Okay.
I mean, these one, they've been active. They still have elements from the old group, but they've been active like a band, and they're doing their world tour right now. And yesterday they performed in Paris. I think last week they were in Belgium.
Yeah,
or
I saw some photos of them.
Yes. This Saturday they're performing in Frankfurt, and I'm the main moderator host of the show. I'm also going to do a DJ set, and yeah, I'm going to be there. It's going to be very exciting. I'm really
I
looking
have to be
forward.
back in one of your parties, bro. It's been forever. It's been like, I don't know when is the last time we saw each other for real. Like
You should come. I'm gonna let me see. Maybe I can get you to California in October.
California. Talking about
Um,
2 hours from you, 2 hours from me. You want to take me to California?
on the 15th of October. Are you busy?
I have no idea.
Don't send me to Zealand.
You know that Guylaine just got promoted to CEO of Virgin Music Africa.
Woo! But she was with Universal, right?
Yeah, but now they bought Virgin, and she's now the CEO of
Wow.
Virgin Digital for Africa. So
Wow. She was also an amazing mentor in her domain.
she's amazing. She's like,
Man,
yeah.
I used
She's
to
the only
laugh.
manager I ever had.
The way she used to laugh.
Yeah.
Used to- yeah, man.
So G Spark is saying, Keba na yo sheri nanga.
Oh, okay.
It means be careful, my girl, my darling. And Trisha is saying moi si kitoko. It means beautiful girl. Moi si kitoko. I have a song that says Oza kitoko. Oh.
me
Eh, baby.
read that real quick. Boom. Yeah, so DJ Cidino says
Yeah.
me too. DJ, I'm a DJ myself and I do it for passion. Yeah, man. That's how we should go. That's the way to go.
That's the way I do it as well as a creator. It's the same thing. I do everything for passion first. I do it for myself, for my own therapy, and I discovered that it is also having people. Some people are enjoying it. Some people are loving the. So I let people do it, but after that, I'm happy to make the money from it.
What made me interested to connect with you back then in the 2000s when you used to come around? What made me really interested to even get your phone number and start working with you and all that is, to me, you were the only artist that was so versatile and doing different stuff. Like, there's so many artists, like, okay, let's say Chris Brown. Chris Brown could always rap, but his management will make him stick to being a singer.
Yeah.
He rapped later on in one song and it was the big hype. Or Justin Bieber, the same thing. He could rap too, but they said, no, you're not going to rap. You're a singer. We don't want to mess up your image. But Kaysha didn't care. Kaysha was rapping, singing, doing zouk, doing house, doing. I was
Coupe
like,
décalé, Kizomba, Afro House.
stuff.
Yeah.
American stuff, then rapping, then I'm like, what is going on? And you put everything out. And I used to ask you, like, how can you do this? Like, especially coming from that, how, like, nobody stops you. Keisha was like, no, who did stop me? I'm doing what I feel. I'm like, this is amazing, because growing up in the industry with branding, a lot of people would, and then I asked Keisha, like, you're singing in English, like, don't you? Keisha said, hey, I made up my mind even before speaking English that English is gonna be my language, and I worked on it. And for me, that was just super amazing. That was super amazing to see, because even me, I had a lot of skills that I was not shy, but I used to think it's out of place to display that skill. I used to think, oh, these guys have booked me to DJ. I shouldn't talk on the mic too much. These guys have to MC. I shouldn't be dancing around carelessly. This guy's expecting this and that. I shouldn't show that other side of me. But it frustrated me at the same time. That's why when I saw how you were moving, I was like, wow, so this is possible? Like, you could I mean, you decided you had your DJ set, you had this, you influencer, you were singing in all different kinds of genres. And when I asked you, you explained to me once how you created different acts. Like you have an act for the house music, for the African house music. You have an act for Amapiano. You told me you have an act for the African stuff. You have an act for just the producer. Some people didn't even, some acts never even showed a picture of your face, and I was like, wow. I'm like, that's so genius. Like you can, and you like, yeah, you just need to create all these things, and then you have a mother structure, and then you have these different acts, and then you put all your artistry in different categories and put it out there, and you can make money off all the stuff you can do. And I was amazed. I was like, damn, that's, man, those conversations, we like when you were walking by the river and we talked for 2 hours, giving me so much insights, and also your willingness, and that also marked me a lot. Your willingness to show, to give information. Like after I talked with you, I learned so much stuff that I was like, he just gave me all this stuff for free. Like, who does that? Like, most people you talk to, they, especially when they know they're talking to a hustler, people are. You notice. I'm also like that. I'm very open. I don't care, because in my head, I think there's only one Bizi Brown. I don't care if you. I can give you my connects where I buy clothes. I can tell you. I can give you my whole. Man, people, new DJs come and beg me for music. I give them everything. I said, bring your hard drive, 2 terabytes. I'll give you all my music. Seriously. Other DJs cannot give you one song. You're like, what's the name of that song? I said, brother, I'm not going to tell you.
They're scared.
I met a DJ on a, go ahead, sorry.
It's the difference between, like you said, if you know your brand power and you're not scared because you have your vision and you know that the path you took is your path. And so you don't care if there's 10 people trying to be like you. And you don't mind giving the information because you don't want to be alone at the top. It's lonely. It's better to have like-minded people who will go up with you. And listen, when you have somebody that you gave game, and maybe one day you're gonna have a phase where it's slow for you. Maybe you have 3 years of crossing the desert in your business. That person that you gave game, that's when he's gonna be like, okay, let me put him somewhere. In '96, I had a big brother from Congo, from Brazzaville, called Olivier Dumou, that I did my first shows with him. Back then I was getting paid like 200 euros to do shows, and he would come and he would book me, and then one day after booking me, he was like, hey, do you want to stay? Do you want to stay in town? So he was north of France in Lille. I was like, yeah, let's go, let's stay. So he took me there, he paid me the hotel, etc., etc. I stayed there, blah blah blah, because of a girl, of course. And now when I come back, when one day he comes to Paris, I invite him to dine with my parents at home, and I tell my parents, hey, this person is one of the first person who booked me, etc., when I was with Jean-Michel Rotin, etc. And then I'm doing my album, and when I did my album, I told Guylaine, my manager, hey, for him, he's gonna have a special price always. If we're selling the show for 2,000, he's gonna have 1,005. And sometimes he would be like, oh, I have this very small club, but they would love to have Kaysha, but they don't have. It's only 100 people in the club. The club is like a small African club, and it's like 6 a.m. But they would love to have you, but they cannot give you more than 1,000. and inside there's my commission. So you're probably gonna only have 800. And I would tell him, for you, I'll do it. If you tell me that I have to do it and it's good for, yeah, let's do it. So we would do those clubs, and those clubs were shocked because this is the moment where I have Bounce Baby. I just sold 100,000 copies. I have the biggest song in the West Indies. It's starting to be big in Africa, and people are paying 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 for a show. And I tell him, yeah, for you, I'll do a show for 800. But after 2001, I have a gap of 99 when my second album fails and the show start going down. I have a whole 3 years when people were like, okay, it's over. You know, when people, that was before I do On Dit Quoi. So I was just there waiting, you know, licking the wounds but shows were starting to go down, but I still had to pay my rent. But most people, they were like, you know, he's not, yeah, he lost the, it's okay, like it's over. He's been there. Everybody had him in their club 2-3 times. It's over. And that person at that moment, between 2001 and 2003, he came and we asked him, hey, can you help? And he was like, okay, listen, I'm going to put you in all the small clubs, all these small clubs that you accepted to perform for nothing. Instead of just saying, nah, if you can't pay, I'm not going. I'm going to call all of them and I'm going to book you for a whole year. And he did it. Why? Because he, you know, when you take people with you and you treat people with a certain respect and you don't treat them like they're working for you or like animals, they're going to treat you the same way. And this is something I tell artists all the time. When you climb the stairs, every person that you meet on one level, be respectful, because if one day you fall, maybe that person is going to be the person that's going to hold you. Maybe you fall from stair 50, maybe at stair 47 or 46, somebody's going to hold you, and so maybe you're going to only fall to 44, and then you only have to walk up another 6 and you back to where you were. But most people, they don't respect people as they go up. So what goes on when they fall? People are like, "Oop, incoming," and everybody lets you go down to 0. And so personally,
I always think that because they're figured out how to make money, they're gonna have that source forever.
yeah,
Figured out how to be liked or to be on top of the game. They think they're gonna everything that goes up comes down. Everything.